Anthony. My name's Bernia Wheaton, and I'm from Perth County, Ontario, Canada. I do actually have a normal voice. I just forgot to pack it with me on my trip to Syracuse this week. I do apologize. Perth County is located right in the heart of southwestern Ontario. We are about 3 hours outside of Detroit and 2 hours from Buffalo. You might know us as the home of Justin Bieber. The Stratford, the world-famous Stratford Shakespearean Festival is also in our community. We are primarily a rural agricultural community, no different than a lot of the communities that we came through on our trip here this week. We are tractors, we're livestock, pork chop and bacon, I like to refer to these guys as. We are dairy producers. We are cash croppers of soybeans and corn producers. But we're also some really beautiful downtowns, some small towns with vibrant streetscapes and beautiful parks, and it's a fantastic place to live. We have innovative and inspiring entrepreneurs. And we also have an actually fairly diversified manufacturing base of food processing and advanced manufacturing. I think every community right now is facing economic challenges, and rural communities in particular are facing some unique challenges. In our case in particular, one of our barriers is unemployment. I think we can all say that we've experienced that in the last 3 years. Communities in our area peaked out at an unemployment rate of 8, 9, and 10%, some of them almost encroaching 11%. Retail businesses have seen, the second barrier, seen a downward trend in sales. That's primarily due to retail leakage, people leaving the community to shop in big box stores in larger urban centers. And communication is probably also one of our largest barriers. This is a huge geography. It's about 100 miles from north to south and about 80 miles from east to west. We're covered by 5 weekly newspapers, 2 daily newspapers, and a monthly newspaper, as well as 2 radio stations. So you can imagine, as a business owner, it is very challenging to pick which media to choose and how to get your message out to the community. I've spent the last 3 to 5 years as the economic development officer in that community. I've recently left that position, but I was hired to mitigate these specific barriers. How do we change our community and make it a vibrant, fantastic place to live, to work, to shop, and to play? That was my job for 5 years. Of course, it was right at the height of the economic downturn. Hi, welcome to the community. We'd like the bottom to fall out of the economy, and could you fix it all for us, please? So it occurred to me that we had to find a solution. And I thought that social media might be one of those solutions. So we opened up a Twitter account, created a profile, identified our brand, did the same on Facebook, on LinkedIn, started it all up and went to search for people in our community so that we could start talking with them and start solving all of these problems. And there was nobody out there engaged in social media. It turns out you actually have to teach people how to use social media. There isn't an automatic response to do that. And in our community, rural, aging population, it wasn't their natural go-to idea, to jump onto Twitter. So we created a series of social media boot camps, making social media simple, bringing the idea of how social media can change your business directly to the people. Excuse me. Hope the voice can last another few minutes. This was open to anyone in the community, but our target audience was business owners, leaders in the community, nonprofit organizations, educators. Anyone who was skeptical or interested or curious about social media was welcome to come out for a free seminar. And then if you really wanted to know how to use social media, we'd put you in front of a computer with 10 or 12 other people, and one by one, we had groups of 10 or 12 people attend over 3 months a whole series of social media boot camps. And at the end of 3 months, had just over 1,000 people engaged on social media. They came to the class, they started their profile, and they got linked up with other people in their community. In our community, 1,000 people is 5% of the adult population. And they were the actively engaged people in our community, business owners, people that had a message to share. And I think it's changed our community. It's not the only reason our community has changed, but it's been a powerful influence. Have we been able to change unemployment? We created a portal on Facebook and on Twitter to link job seekers with job opportunities, kind of unearthing that hidden job market and giving people the opportunity to find out about jobs that they might not otherwise have heard about. It's an open forum. Any business can post a job opening there. You can post anything on there as long as it's about employment opportunities and linking up to other jobs. These are just a few of the posts that have been on there recently. At its height, there was over 1,200 people on these medias. As people have found jobs, they unfollow or unlike the site because they don't need this information anymore. They're gainfully employed, and they move on. We've taken, through this tool, we've taken the out of unemployment. All of our neighboring communities still have an unemployment rate of 8, 9, 10%, and our unemployment rate is 4.3%. Yeah, I could just finish right there. Retail businesses now also have a whole new way to market to their customers. Sales are going up as a direct result of businesses making use of social media. This business in particular, 5 months ago, did not have a social media presence. They launched one and went from $17,000 a week in sales to now just under $40,000 a week in sales by making use of social media. That's an $800,000 a year business that's now a $2 million a year business. Social media is changing the way they reach their audience. Have we improved communication? I think that we have. We have businesses that now have the Stratford Festival, 8,500 followers. The Economic Development Office, 2,000 followers. All local people. The Savor Stratford Food Festival event, 2,400 followers. A local graphic designer has multiplied her business opportunities. She's got 1,500 followers, and she's able to engage with them quickly and easily. Slow Food Perth County, 1,100 followers. My colleague, Melissa Shank, 2,200 followers. The Stratford Tourism Entity, over 6,000 followers. Local copywriter, 2,000 followers. And interestingly, my friend Wayne Black, he's a farmer. He's got 1,400 followers. 1,400 people care what Wayne Black has to say about crop conditions, about livestock, about the price of corn, about soil conditions, about did we get enough rain this winter. Wayne is an advocate for agriculture, and he calls himself an advocate. And he is an engaged audience. The Stratford Festival just went over on Facebook, just went over 30,000 followers. A local artisanal dairy, small little operation, sells $2 million worth of sheep and goat's milk cheese each year, 1,100 followers. And this is a business that just recently launched a social media presence, went from 50 to 900 followers in just a couple of weeks. Our community now has the world at their fingertips. The small community, the world has opened up, we've made it larger, and yet we've made it smaller at the same time. My message here today is, if you don't know what you want to do in life, I want you to go out and find your Perth County. You have this social media, online marketing, digital media gift that communities are just dying for. And I encourage you to go out and find a Perth County, shake it up, change it, bring social media to them, and we can change our economy one community at a time. Thanks.